Hey guys, it's Hayden here, and today we're going to talk about reconnecting with who you are. So we're going to cover why it's important to reconnect with who you are, what prevents you from connecting with who you are, and how to facilitate the process of reconnecting with your truth, with your authenticity, with who you are at the core. Some of you watching this may understand the benefits of connecting with who you are and what that sort of means, but some of you this may be a new concept or you haven't really thought about it at all. So reconnecting with who you are is really important because with all the things that we learn, the things that we're taught, and all the stuff that happens in our life, sometimes we get kind of discombobulated and we have voices in our minds that are not ours. They're not from us. We're told to do certain things. We have certain expectations put on us. And so we start thinking of being somebody or doing certain things that aren't really for ourselves. It's to attain some kind of visual construction of who we decided we should be. So reconnecting with ourselves is really reconnecting with what we want, what we want on a personal level, and what kind of things we want to do in our daily lives that will nourish us and bring us joy and love and the things that we want in our life instead of the things that create more stress and anger and things that we don't want. The first thing to do with reconnecting with yourself and letting yourself sort of feel who you are is allowing yourself to let go of expectations. So we have all these expectations built up of who we should be, what we should be doing, and all this different stuff, things that we're trying to accomplish, and we're really trying hard to make it happen and not really trusting the flow of the universe. So we have expectations of ourselves, and then we also have expectations of how things should be or how things should unfold. And this can create a lot of tension and can really detract from our inner knowing and our inner trusting of how things sort of unfold and how nature and the universe helps us out when we're on track with who we are and really listening to our own truth. So letting go of expectations is really important with reconnecting with yourself, because it allows you to, instead of tuning into the channel of all the stuff that should be going on, you tune into the channel of like, okay, what do I actually want? What do I actually have here that wants to be expressed? Because all parts of ourself do want to be expressed. So number 2 is feel what brings you peace and satisfaction. Think of something or feel something that brings you peace or satisfaction, whether it be, playing music or treating yourself to a nice meal or going on a hike or playing sports or, whatever you feel like brings you some kind of joy, maybe volunteering or something like that. Try to connect with those things more and try to understand yourself better and try to figure out what you feel brings you nourishment as far as like doing things or participating in things, because we have a tendency to be told what we enjoy and what we should enjoy and what we shouldn't, and so then there's kind of this disconnect where we're doing things and we think it should make us happy but it doesn't, and that's because it's probably not something that you actually do enjoy. On some level you might, but it's not really that fully enriching experience, something that nurtures and gives you that nourishment that you need to move forward in whatever you want to do in your life and feel that joy. So try to focus on those things while you're trying to reconnect with yourself. It'll help you to come back to you. Number 3 is being okay with where you are, knowing that all parts of yourself want to be expressed. So there's certain parts of ourselves that we don't necessarily like. So for me, that's the part that likes to play lots of games. So I like to play games. Right now I'm playing card games. And, part of me is like, oh, I shouldn't be playing games, but I do enjoy it on some level. So it's allowing that part of myself to be expressed. Not giving it like full reign over my life like it has before, but allowing it to be expressed, to be there, and to love that part. Because sometimes there's parts of ourselves that we're not proud of, But those parts still need to be expressed and recognized in some way, whether you give just love to that aspect of it, of yourself, and that gives it what it needs, or maybe you need to play a game every once in a while, or whatever it is. Just knowing like who you are and what needs to be expressed and what needs to be acknowledged within you, because when we start pushing away things and rejecting things of ourselves, then we start to get unhappy, and that's when we start to binge on stuff. So we'll like push something away, and then it comes back because it hasn't been recognized and it wants to be heard. So then it just comes on full stream, full force, and that's when really unhealthy habits start happening, where there's like pushing away and then it comes back and all of the stuff falls apart and stuff. So just make sure you're paying attention to what wants to be expressed. So as you start to do these things and you just start to connect with yourself, I mean, honestly, just connecting with yourself, it's like connecting with anything else. Just like really tuning into your own self and feeling yourself with your heart, and just letting go of those thoughts, letting go of all those things. If they show up, that's fine. You don't have to worry about them. Just kind of letting everything flow and just connecting with you. And you'll start to feel the joy and like the peace of just being with you, instead of worrying about what you should be doing. Just being okay with where you are, being okay with who you are, and knowing that like all parts of you are beautiful. Sometimes there's aspects of ourselves that aren't really accepted in society in certain ways, by the mainstream, and so those parts kind of get pushed down. But know that like everything that is expressed, everything that comes out and shows itself to you and to other people is beautiful. It's playing some kind of role in a greater scheme of things, and it's necessary to some degree. So it's just to make sure that you're acknowledging all those parts and not trying to repress certain things, or look to other things in the future or in the past. Shoulds, this should be this should be this. Don't worry about that. Just focus on who you are, and what you want to bring, what you want to connect with, and what you have to offer this world, all your gifts, all of your flaws. I don't think we really have flaws. I just think that we have things that we need to accept for ourselves. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to share about that. This has been a really powerful practice for me. I had a lot of shoulds and things like that, and that's why I'm making this video, because it was difficult for me to reconnect with myself, because I was so worried about the things that I should be doing. And when I did it, it was amazing how calming and relaxing and so rejuvenating and fulfilling it was to reconnect with me, what I want to do, and what I'd like to sort of accomplish. And the love that I was giving myself was much more genuine and not resisting any aspects of myself. So if you found this helpful at all, let me know by liking or commenting below. And if you'd like to see more videos that I made, you can check out my channel, Informal Inquiry. And as always, make sure to seek your truth and to take time for yourself. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.